All right, Top Billin, if you're a Seattle Seahawks fan and you're not completely impressed with how the season went for your team and the direction and how it's set up for the future, I don't know what to tell you. As far as this game against the San Francisco 49ers, it went pretty much how I expected, just not enough firepower on both sides of the ball for Seattle. They had to be damn near perfect to beat a team that's damn near constructed perfectly in the San Francisco 49ers, and it just was not going to happen this year. But you can see the bare bones of it now, right? The infrastructure right there in place. They get a few different pieces, and it could be trouble for everybody out there, all right? But listen, I wanted to know what happened on this drawing right here. Nobody wanted to say anything about it. They kind of backhandedly said something about this on this 9 route by DK Metcalf. He was giving your boy Sha'Carrius Ward that prison loving. I'm sorry, it was hard. But what happened on this drawing right here? Look at this. Even he's leaving. If it's even he's leaving, Ward can't run with DK Metcalf. And this was a perfectly thrown ball by Ed Genos, in my opinion. But you had this right here happen. Come on, man. What's going on right here? Sha'Carrius Ward over here looking like a bedroom intruder, right? He up here grabbing on DK Metcalf, right? This is going a little bit too far right there. You can't have this right here happen and it not be pointed out. You know me, I'm not the type to ever talk about shit like this, but I thought this was, I don't know. I really didn't like the announcer's response to this, right? Moose Johnson, my dude, Moose Johnson, big fan of his, but they kind of backhandedly mentioned that this happened and this may have thrown off the timing of this route. They acted like Geno just missed this one right here. Look at that. If he had not of bedroom intruded on this man, right, with this predator nature right there, you don't think that Geno would have nailed this? Right? Come on, man. He would have definitely nailed that. What are we doing here, man? They needed to have called that at the very least something, right? You can't be having that man doing all that, man. But that vert game, I remember people at the beginning of the year were saying that Geno Smith was just going dink and dunk and all this like that. Wouldn't be able to push the ball down the field. Yeah, how about that? That man got actually very good at it. Very impressed by my man Dennis Rodman Jr., BKA DK Metcalf, in this particular game. He showed up and showed out. He needed that. What I tell you, he needs that frustration and anger to really ball out like that. And he remembered Ward from the last time. And Ward definitely had gotten the best of him over both of those games, but not in this one right here. Check this out. Look at the pure unadulterated speed going off on this one right here. Once again, even he's leaving. But you can see the chicken fight in stage right here. Ward not turning to locate the ball the correct way, right? He turns into DK because he's probably petrified, right? We're getting his fingers broken or something like that. But you can see right there, he stops his feet to locate the ball because he's turned the incorrect way. Don't do that, kids out there. If you're playing ball, watching Top Billin, what did I tell you? Always turn into the receiver, run the route with him, get into that hip pocket. This is what you do. You cause your feet to stop moving, and he can't run with DK Metcalf to begin with, and definitely can't when he's rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling right here as well. And then DK gets it dropped right in the bucket. Jakob. What are we doing here? That was hard. No, I can't show the rest of it. They out here taxing, baby. They keep taxing you, boy. Why they doing that, man? Pulling them content ID claims, man. But DK Metcalf showed up and showed out. Congrats to you and Geno, you know what I'm saying, on that pairing right there. You know what I would like to see change for Seattle football? I don't know. The 3 deep shell John, man, to me, it doesn't allow a guy like Tariq Woolen to just play football. All right? And to be honest with you, when I'm doing some of these breakdowns and people ask me about Tariq Woolen, and I know that he's vertical belling a lot and working a certain area of the field and doesn't get a chance to attack many routes, or he doesn't get a chance to travel with the best receiver, and people try to tell me that he's like the very best and all that, I just can't agree with it. I need to see him play football, right? No, he doesn't have to be man-to-man 99.9% of the time, but, man, you got to give this guy a chance. Look at this. I can tell right away before this from the alignment if I'm a guy like Brandon Ayuk right here. Look at his inside foot right here. It's right here parallel with the lead foot of Ayuk. Imagine if that right foot was there. He would be more squared and centered up. You can just tell that means he's going to open up his leverage in this direction and work vertically up the field. The in-breaking portion of these routes or any in-breaking routes right there is in vogue because it's going to be hard for the inside presence, meaning the second level guys, to combat that because they're not going to be able to get enough depth because they're going to have to be worried about the run game as well. So what do you do with this, man? They need to let Tariq Woolen, these guys play football. Look at that. He's already done. He's cooked, beat. If it's an inside route, he's beat. How you going to combat that, right? Stick that foot in the ground, get under. Look at that. It got pixelated, right? That man ran through the pixels. It was such bad defensive deployment right there, man. That's too easy. It's just too easy. They was doing this the entire game, and they just would not adjust it. Why not just let him play man coverage? If Brandon Ayuk is the hot guy, let him take Brandon Ayuk away. You don't have to run that same scheme from 2009. Come on, man. You can evolve it. Right? It can still be ran, but at least evolve it to the point to where, I don't know, maybe a 70-20% man coverage or something like that. Or at the very least, you find a way to let Tariq Woolen erase the hot receiver. But to be honest with you, you put it on the defensive scheme itself because look at this. Man's already opened up with leverage there. So, yeah, cool. If it's going down the field or maybe if it's going towards the sideline, he's in good position with that outside leverage. But that's not football, right? There's a lot of moving parts, and you got a guy like Shanahan. He's just going to continually exploit that. Look at the separation here. That's that early pandemic separation because of the outside leverage there to Brandon Ayuk. Time and time again. Look at this. I feel like this scheme may be a little bit too complicated on the fly sometimes. You can see Samuel here with the reduction and split. You can tell by Tariq Woolen's place in this that it's zone coverage, right? He does not go with Samuel out there. I don't believe this is Ryan Neal's man here. Obviously, he's going to have backfield responsibilities. And you can see here in breaking route, Tariq Woolen steps up. Nobody's guarding Samuel here. Everyone's worried about the rush right here. Barton and these guys right there, right? And it could have been much worse had somebody like Brock Purdy or had Brock Purdy seen this particular play as well there. It's tough to defend. All right, time out real quick, right? I wanted to take the temperature of people on that content that I did in the offseason where DK Metcalf was re-signing. I said Seattle batted 1,000 because I knew what was going to happen. I had a feeling that they were going to nail this particular draft class. I had a feeling that Geno would play very damn well. And then, of course, you have people that come out here like this guy, right? 5 months ago, he said, Nikki B right here. Bro, the Seahawks had one of the most depressing, mediocre off seasons in my lifetime. You are on drugs. Okay, so I go back to this and I'm like, yo, who's on drugs now, right? So his fucking retort is, glad to see you're still on crack. First of all, it would be your. If I'm on crack, it would be a contraction of UNR, motherfucker. Learn how to spell. And the Seahawks got sent home in a body bag. The fuck does that have to do with anything, right? What happened? Look at this. This is your actual comment, fuckboy, after seeing your team make the fucking playoffs after trading away its franchise QB, letting go of the franchise linebacker, and still fielding a Pro Bowl QB and nailing his draft class while being set up with a top 5 pick and another first-round pick and several high picks in subsequent rounds in a deep draft. I said, my man, stick to fucking golf or whatever sport you like before football got popular out there. I need you guys to let me know what sport did this dude watch before he fucked up and watched football and thinking he knows what's going on. There's no way you're not absolutely ecstatic watching the Seahawks and seeing them make the playoffs in a reload year that I stressed this entire season. In a reload year. They weren't set up to beat the 49ers after getting rid of the guys that they got rid of and having to play young players. But they're set up to be very good in the future if they nail another offseason like they did this past offseason. Yeah, good night. Come on, man. What are you people doing out there? I'm not talking to everybody. I'm just talking to those people who think like this Nikki B dude, right? And they got a Noah Fant, right, who is a monster. I want to see him featured more. Shelby Harris and these guys like that. And then Uchenna Nwosu looks like a prized possession, complete under the radar gem, like I said in that film study when they got him. Come on. This dude never put on pads that didn't say play text on him. What are we doing? This one seems a little bit better. He does not open up with that outside leverage here. He breaks down in space, but it's still hard for them. It looks like he's still playing it for it to be kind of an outside leverage deal right here. But, man, if you got a guy accurate like a Brock Purdy here throwing to a Deebo Samuel, this is just hard to do. And you got to be able to break down in space and tackle. We don't want to splock a tie out. No, we don't need to beat a dead horse. We already know what's going on right here and what needs to be replaced or what needs to happen in the offseason there. But in same deal here, you got to be able to make tackles in the open field right there. They were just putting on a clinic to me with throwing the ball on the inside. Same deal right here. Check this out. Going to have a square in by George Kittle getting behind Tanner Muse and getting behind, of course, that second level period right there. So you see him threatening vertical against Ryan Neal here, but what's underneath? Is he supposed to drive on this, whatever right there? You can see everybody switching that off right here. He's going to be able to throw behind Barton easily because they don't even got to do it. You just clear. Look at all this damn space, man. This is poor. Eventually you should just man up and then just let it beat you differently, right? I would, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like touching the stove. How many times you going to touch that hot stove, right, before you just keep letting this happen, man? You got to stop touching the stove, man. Man up. All right, back to this again. Your man DK right here. He's chopping it up off the line of scrimmage. Bang it to the inside, and ball beats up his hands a little bit there, but it's all good, right? He eventually corrals that here. But I like this move off the line of scrimmage right here. You can see him getting a little jingle-footed with it, taking inventory. He gets Ward to open up, right? Open up and get him leaning one direction, hit him with the crossover. You can see the hand and everything right there, right? We love that out here in Philly, right? Hit him with the Allen Iverson crossover, broke his ankle, and then show the numbers it present. Of course, Gino's going to put it exactly where it needs to be. Look at the product placement. Not a natural hands catcher, but he's learning, or he's good enough to catch the ball, period. So it is what it is on that. But, man, great play right here. Remember, you can see they run similar schemes as well. But, look, same thing that I said before. Look at that inside foot. You can tell what he's going to do right here. Him being Ward, that inside foot to that stack leg or that lead leg right there. You know he's going to open it up, get that leverage there, and he does that. And they have come with a similar problem right here. He did it before, right? He bailed before. And, of course, that run fake, you got to respect it right there, and DK just get underneath. Same kind of deal right here. To me, this is just too easy. Cheating, damn near cheating when you're giving up the middle like that. Yeah, my man couldn't. Drake Greenlaw right here losing his balance. Might have had a little bit of a calf muscle roll up into his hamstring that rolled up into his ass. All right, you already know what it was. He sleep. Listen, Laquan Treadwell knew it too. Look at Laquan Treadwell face right here. He knew that man was asleep. Come on, man. Ward caught a bad one from DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf was a man possessed in this game. Splaka tire. He was air napping. Right there. He was asleep for a good millisecond until his head bounced off the turf right there and he woke back up. But he woke back up like Weekend at Bernie's, though. All right, here we go. On the pool right here, you see them bluff that double A gap blitz, and then look at Gino with the product placement. Yaka. Right on Diamador Lenoir right here. See, the thing about Gino is I think Gino's a smart quarterback because you know he reads stuff like how DK performed against San Francisco. You want to keep a cat like that happy, man. So at the very least, he's going to force feed DK. And if you're DK, man, there's not a reason why you don't like Gino as your quarterback right here because he's going to make sure you get the ball, if nothing else, for sure. Well, look at that right there. Product placement. Jakob. Now, I found this play to be pretty amusing with Gino under guard with Gabe Jackson right there. And it's a direct snap that +1 run game to Kenneth Walker. Look at the carnage right there. They were able to lighten up the box right here and have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 linemen in the game. And then, of course, Kobe Parkinson as well. But you can see right here, they kind of lightened in the box right here, still running with kind of 4 right between the pipes, really. Well, they try to crash down. You get those double-doubles, right? You got double-doubles at the point of attack. And then you just keep driving right there. That's pretty dope. No doubt about that. Nobody was fooled, though, with Geno on the guard here. Nobody, a cat like Fred Warner, he's just going to watch the ball anyway. So he knows that Geno is definitely not under center. He's watching the ball. That's hard. All right, man, I might come back when the All-22 comes out, but more than likely we just need to go ahead and move on with the all-season stuff right here. Great year for the Seattle Seahawks. I already went over this, how it sets up perfectly, but if you can't see here what needs to be addressed in this particular game, then I don't know what to tell you. We're still going to have dumbasses like this dude right here talking about Seattle needed to start Drew Lock in the playoffs, right? And you get 47 people or whatever like that agree with the dude. Come on, man. You got them goofballs out there, but hey, you give up, what's this, 324, 505 yards of total offense and 41 points. It ain't the quarterback, my dude, but hey, whatever they decide to do, it's all good. It is what it is. There we'll adjust, or we will just go with the flow right here, because I'm honestly over it. Do what you want to do out there. Say what you want to say, right? I'm just going to worry about the end result. We'll just say that, you know what I'm saying, right there. But definitely need to address that defense if you don't see that there, and it needs to be addressed across all three levels, in my opinion. So we shall see, but we got a lot to talk about in that fashion, and we shall see when we get to that particular bridge. All right. As always, thank you for another great season out there covering the Seattle Seahawks, right? It's always up and down. It's got some goofballs out there, man, but a ton of great Seattle Seahawks fans out there, and I always salute you guys. All right, it's your boy Mid-Atlantic Murph coming to you once again. Strike the band.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.